Hey everyone, just wanted to try and line this up and hopefully that'll work. It's a bit later on in the evening, but I'm just heading home. Well, actually I've got a few errands to run before I go home. But I thought I'd give you a different perspective on, you can see my dusty dashboard and the nice sunny, been way too bright. Seems like I need to clean my flipping window yet again. What the heck is on the back of that? Okay, so someone has to tell me, like on the back of that truck that was just in front of us, what is the flipping thing, the idea about having a pair of bolts hanging off the back of your truck? Just seems a little odd to me. I guess it depends on whose balls they are. If you're a sort of politician and you want to be brag that, you cut them off. But anyway, alright, so like I said, later on in the evening, this is Dashing Womble, by the way, name of Ray. On my way home, have not done any dashing today, yet again. I thought I was going to get some done today, but well, didn't work out. So went and got my wife out of the inmate hotel or rehab. Just trying to see what we got. What can we see about it? Hopefully this is going to be a better video. This way you don't have to see my ugly mutt driving down the road. But you get to see some of the scenery that I get for a drive. I could have gone down I-70, but that was boring. One motorway looks like the same as another. But not the same as an English motorway because, well, but we're driving on the other side of the road. So I hope everyone's been out and been earning today. I've actually looked at the DoorDash website a couple of times and seen in our area that it's not so brilliant. It hasn't been red, but maybe it's just because of the time of day I looked at it, I'm not sure. Today, well actually I've got it on Celsius at the moment. So I think it's like about 88, 87 degrees at the moment. It's coming down. Other good news report, petrol is coming down too. This morning when I left the petrol station down the street from us, down the road from us, $3.89. Yay! I didn't need any, but let's see here, $3.99. It changes, it's weird. Very, very weird. Okay, so going back from the last video I think I did, when we were meeting the Womble, and I also did a product review on the Vipertech taser torch, flashlight, whatever you want to call it. It's a good machine to have, good tool to have. Unfortunately, when I was putting it in my pocket, in my zippered pouch, belt pouch, the other night after showing it to someone, well, I was putting it in the downward position, which turns the switch upwards to the on position, and well, all I can say is it works. Because I got a shock. I didn't hear the thing, but I certainly felt it. Won't be doing that again. Okay, so bright spark on cycle bloody road. Hopefully the video isn't too shaky. I think this to get that stand in more permanent position, I think, make it more solid, or find something more solid for it to sit upon. So I don't know if you've heard the news. I don't watch the news as much. It's always doom and gloom. But I went to see my wife today, and she informed me about a cop that had been shot here up in North Kansas City. Never a good thing to hear about a cop being shot. Passing away in any form, but this one, I cannot believe the excuse this guy had, and for what he did to this cop. I mean, you can read about the exact details, I guess, on the web somewhere, but to get out and shoot a cop in the face, and then to shoot him again while he's on the floor. Definitely a coward. First of all, and it was with a rifle. I guess it had like a rifle that has more bullets in it somehow. I don't know, not into vimping guns. Got somewhat of an understanding about have you been learned to fire them, but I'm not interested. Full stop. Anyway, this idiot gets out of his car, shoots the cop, kills the cop, unfortunately. Absolutely disgraceful. Absolutely. I hope they hang the bastard. I really hope they hang him. Because, and his excuse is that the reason he had been pulled over in the first place was because he had expired tags, number plates, whatever, and they were off a different vehicle. Now, as I understand it, the plates are actually outdated by 4 years. Okay, so what sort of bright spark flipping steals or somehow gets flipping plates from another car and as out of date tags or whatever you call it for 4 years, steals them off another car? Okay, so that's first flipping of all. So we obviously know this fool is not flipping bright. His name is Roach or something. As far as I'm concerned, he's a cockroach. You can read all about the details, but for me, that is absolutely disgraceful. His excuse was that he didn't want his car to be towed. Really? He didn't want to be arrested and he didn't want his car to be towed. So what do you think shooting a cop is going to bloody well do for you? You won't have to worry about your car being towed now. You ain't gonna need it when you're in jail for the rest of your darn life. This bloke's like 24, 25 years old. Obviously a flipping brainiac, isn't he? Anyhow, so that's my rant for the day. I cannot believe that was such a fool, absolute fool, and thinks his car is worth more of a life, more for the life of a cop or of any human. Disgusting. Anyhow, okay, let's see if I can go on from there. It's a bit of a misty night, not misty, it's kind of a smog I suppose out and about, a lot of dust in the air tonight. Well, tonight it's about 7:35 apparently. I hope you can all see through my dirty window. I don't know where it's got so dirty. I did run the van through a car wash today. Cleaned a little bit on the inside. You can't see that. But yeah. So what do you all do aside from DoorDashing? Do you just do DoorDashing, Uber Eats, Grubhub, etc. part time? Or is it a full-time thing for you? Or are you trying to make it full-time? Do you, what car do you drive? Do you drive, like I've got a Dodge Grand Caravan. It's alright, it's not the best on the, for fuel consumption. But that all depends on how you drive it. But it's better than some cars that I've seen some Dashers drive around in. I remember one I saw, it turned up in a Chevy Tahoe. Jeez, the thing must drink quite a lot. They get 12 to the gallon or something. Yeah, that was maybe the beginning of the year I saw that. A little bit off. It's a nice evening for sure out here, but tomorrow is going to be a scorcher. Tomorrow's supposed to be about 102, I think they said it was going to be. Plus whatever the heat index will be. You know, at some point it should say on the temperature gauge, you know, it's odd, don't look. Not worth it, just it's odd. I did sit outside it in the walkway at the rehab tonight. We was watching the little rabbit that runs around that over there. And this wee rabbit, he was running around. He wasn't coming up to everyone, coming up today for some reason. He was scared of him. We made birdies that have got what are they, barn swallows, I think someone said they were. And yeah, they got a nest there, and I'm like practicing Top Gun. Crazies, they get so close to your head when they fly past. Anyhow, but they've got some little baby swallows that you can see popping their heads out of the top of the nest. It sits above the door of the place. Anyway, alright, so I'm off a topic yet again. Should change my name to Babbling. So back to DoorDash, etc. I mean, is DoorDash the only thing that you do? Do you do a full-time job and then do this part-time? Just do it evenings and weekends, etc. It's probably a good idea, but it's oops. I imagine that wears a lot of people out. especially in this heat. Are you looking to do just a gig food delivery for the next several years or more? I mean, personally, I have a website that I sell stuff from too. I've had that for several years. Amazon, of course, have been jumped into my sales of my stuff. So, you know, I'm sure they've taken a lot of family-run businesses out doing all their cheap rates and fast shipping stuff as well. I can't do the fast shipping. I can do it as quick as I can get to it. Are you looking to set up a business, doing something else, or doing something? Maybe you're planning on doing something else with the food delivery, learning the ropes, etc., and seeing if you can actually adapt whatever you're considering with DoorDash, etc. By that I mean, you know, you've got an idea of how to do things. Maybe you're going to be dealing direct with the restaurants that you already deal with DoorDash, etc. I mean, it'd be a good idea, certainly. Also, the way I like DoorDash, and the reason I like DoorDash out of all of them, not only because it was the first one that I ever worked with, is, and I think I've been spoiled for some part of that, and that is because that you can actually see where you're going. When DoorDash pops up, tells you that it's 3.8 miles for $10 or something, and you're picking up from, I don't know, Chick-fil-A or somewhere like that, and you've got to take it 3.8 miles, you can zoom in and actually see where it's going to. And not only can you see the road that it's going to, you can actually see whether it's a flat or an apartment building, which to me is good, because I don't want to be doing, I can't deal with going up and down the steps. I mean, it's okay to some of the flats in our area because they've got lifts or elevators, whatever you call them. So those ones are a little bit more protected. You've got the buzzer on the door, not anyone can just wander in, unless you wander in behind something. But there's some that I really don't want to go to, some that really, especially at night. I mean, you can be dodgy people any time of the day, but anyway, especially at night. Maybe not in the summer months, but you know, when it gets real dark, and depending on how late you are out on the summer night. And I mean, there's some of these flats that we go to, and they don't have the lights working on them, so you're going up these dark steps trying to find a door number, apartment number, flat number, whatever you call it, and you just don't know what you're going to meet when you walk around the corner, etc. You really don't know what you're going to meet. I tell you, you've got some real odd people, and some real odd things that have happened. I can remember way back many years ago when I was back in London, delivering pizzas. I don't know why I decided I should do that, but anyway, I did it I don't think I lasted very long, maybe a week. I'm surprised I even done it that long. But I'd gone to this one, and I think it was Pizza Hut too. I believe it was a Pizza Hut. And I went to one branch where I'd taken the interview out. Yeah, got it. We've been just delivering pizzas. That's all I'm doing. So I get there and they say, well, hang on, would you go help somewhere? It was in a place called Croydon, which is probably about 12 miles away or more from Wimbledon, where the branch was where I was working at, or was going to be working at. Would I go help over there instead? Yeah, sure. Okay. I know a little bit of that area, I'll go do it. Anyhow, so I worked the weekend there, and I went to a block of flats. We didn't have all the bit fancy technology then, don't forget. You know, we kind of just had to work it out on a map or just figure it out. So anyway, I go to this fancy looking place, this block of flats fancy. It was not fancy, I can tell you. Anyway, so I go to this block of flats. It's all dark up there, it's later. And also I forgot to say that this pizza place, the manager had actually walked out. There was all mad pandemonium going on, because it was just a couple of kids that were working there, and one had only just started that night, and the manager just said, stuff it, and walked out. So that enough's enough. So no one knew what was going on. It was crazy. Anyhow, pizzas were late. So anyway, I go to this building, this block of flats, and the number of the flat that I go to, totally flipping in darkness. Oh, right, here we go. So, knocks on the door. Eventually, this bird opens the door, and she didn't have anything on. Now I was a younger fella back then, so yeah, it probably would have been a bit in, you know, it was a bit more interesting. But anyhow, so it was funny that this woman answered the door and off. Told me that the food was late. Okay, fair enough. Didn't want to pay for the food. That's okay, just have the darn thing. I'm not carrying it downstairs again. So I left it at that. Then I go to another one. I think this one was at the next night. I get another one. Going to another block of flats. Oh, how are we going to get through here? Oh, come on, move up, mate. Anyhow, so I go to this other block of flats. And as I turn around, this one's in the daylight now. So as I turn around the corner, there's these two bloody great big Doberman dogs sat at the bottom of these stairs. Oh, great. They didn't look very friendly. Maybe they smelled the pizza, I don't know. But anyway, on the way by, I let them sniff the pizza so they keep their jaws away from me. I mean, I didn't put it right up to their nose, but the waft of the smell went past them. So I kind of got the I can pass free without getting bitten look or eaten. Now I go to this flat, and the bloke at the flats tells me, well, he wasn't very happy first of all. He says, you know, the food's late. Sorry, mate, not my fault. Told him all what was going on. He didn't want it. Okay, never mind. So I take the food back down the steps. Dogs are still there, so the dog's got a couple of free pizzas. That again saved me from being eaten, and there you go. Yeah, it's delivering food and delivering people is a whole lot of fun. Can certainly see some different things. I was a cab driver back home as well. Done that for many years, on and off. People are certainly can certainly be odd. But I tell you what, the best time time of the year I thought for cab driving in London was New Year's night. New Year's was absolute blast. It didn't matter who you were, everybody loved each other. It just absolute craziness. And of course, in being the Brits, we seem to like to party a lot of boozing, and even after 3 days of working, I would work 3 days straight after New Year's, and I'd still be whipping, pulling people out of pubs and parties that are just dead, being at the party on New Year's night. Crazy, absolute craziness. But you know, everybody had fun. Gotta go to the post office at the moment. So I guess we're doing sort of a ride along tonight. It's just that we're not doing any DoorDashing or Ubering. Got to run this package to the post office. Get over there. How much is petrol here? It's always dearer here. 387. Wow. I don't think we've been past any really nice looking areas. I would have liked to have gone past the park this evening to show you there. I went out there today at lunch, or after lunch, when I was bringing my wife back from lunch. We went to a place called Fleming Park. And at Fleming Park, it's a part of Lee Summit, Blue Springs. Well, it's more Lee Summit. And in there they got the hoofed enclosure. And in the hoofed enclosure is bison and elk. Alrighty, mate. Don't wait there. I would have got and some people have to look so fucking like they're so mean. I don't know what this is. It says don't get parking it. Oh, it says disabled. Alright, because I've got a dodgy leg anyway, so. Okay, right, we'll leave that on. You'll get to see my pasty white legs go by. Put this in here. Didn't take long.
Waiting for pairing. Paired.
Alright. That's my Bluetooth thing that pairing up. It's quite a nice evening. what do you all think about the fuel prices coming down? Are you going to be out doing more dashing now that the fuel prices have come down? Did it slow you down going out? I don't think the fuel prices really affected us too much. Not personally, because all of that kind of came in just as my wife had the bad fall, and maybe a little bit before that. You know, I just went and sat and found a tree and sat underneath a tree and just waited in an area that I know that was likely to be busy, and just see what went on. So I know my videos are probably not more exciting, but you know, I'll actually get to be used to this blasted thing a bit more. Hopefully the microphone picking up my voice whilst it's pointing out the window, while the iPad's pointing out the window. Again, I'm sure you're sick of seeing me jabbering away. So we'll see. I've got to go to Dollar General, and then I've got to go to petrol station, do a few things. And then I might even be able to go home. I'd consider going out to do DoorDash, and in fact, even after I've done this Dollar General one, I might just see how it's going and see how red the area, the delivery area, the normal delivery area is. Will I go out? Who knows? I've got other stuff to do on the computer, on the website, etc. And of course, I got ready this time, I think. Anyone going to the gig conference in St. Louis? I think it's the 30th of July. Put on by Mr. Pedro DoorDash Santiago. Is anyone going? I'd like to know if anyone was going to that. I wanted to go. I haven't sent my RSVP in yet. I should do, I suppose. Got to try and make some monies as well before I go. But well, actually, I've got to license the van is what I've got to do, but it shouldn't be too much of an hardship. Already had it inspected. But the thought of going to what's that place? DMV is so thrilling. Oh my good grief, are you kidding me? Don't want to go in there with all it. This place gets so busy at times. Like motorbikes. Nearly been killed by a couple of times on a motorbike, but I still like them. Oh. Okay, so where did I decide I was going to go? I'll go down this way, bugger. Alright, so I'm changing the idea of where to go, so let's go just go for a drive towards the delivery area. Video certainly looks better without the sun on the screen. Thinking I'm going to try and get an iPhone to use for the videoing, mainly because it's a lot more portable and a lot more easier to deal with. I can use it in the top pocket as I'm when filming, and I can easily put that on the dash of the car without it bouncing around, etc. And being that it's an iPhone that I'm after getting, I'll use iMovie to edit the videos, which I'm thankful for Pedro actually, because Pedro DoorDash Santiago, very nice bloke. If you ever get a chance to chat with him, or if you're going to the gig conference, I do hope you go and you get to meet him. My wife and I wanted to go. We wanted to go meet his himself, of course, and see his wee daughter. We're both grandparents, so of course we got 4 grandkids. So we I've seen the wee ones, of course. Our grandkids have all grown up now. Well, we've got 2 15-year-olds. No horses out tonight. Yeah, don't blame it, too bloody hot. I was going to go that way, but I think I'll go down this way. So what's the smallest orders that you're all taking now? Is it, I mean, I know that fuel prices are coming down, but they ain't coming down that quick. And we've all got to try and recuperate all the monies that we probably lost, etc. in not either not doing the work or not being able to do the work because we got a vehicle that drinks too much fuel, or because your market or your area wasn't doing so good. People were cutting back so much because they had to find the petrol money to get to work, etc. So they just wasn't ordering so much out. I mean, so what's the lowest monies that you're going to take? I mean, personally, mine is $8. That's the very lowest that I will take. Because it's not always just the fuel consumption. Well, it is. A lot of it is. But, I mean, if you imagine that you're going into a restaurant and picking up food that's not ready, you've got to be able to make sure that you're getting paid for the time there. I mean, these people that are taking 250 orders, 350 orders, I mean, that's up to them what they do. I mean, I think that's crazy, absolutely crazy, because you're not paying for your time. You're not even paying for your fuel either. most part, unless you got yourself a Toyota Prius hybrid or an electric car, then it doesn't, well, I say it doesn't matter, it's still your time. Why is there some wolf going down the road on an ATV? Anyway. Go through a little bit of the country area in a second. Be the next road on the left that we'll take. See if there's any animals out. I do like to see the animals. If you've seen any of my previous videos, I've noted that I do like meeting the animals. Well, as long as it's not trying to rip and eat me. Especially if it's not trying to eat me. But had a few dogs like that. Turned up at one house, nice house out in our delivery area, Lee Summit, and very nice house actually, very nice ripping area that we delivered to. And got out and I came, pulled up in their driveway, got out, knocked on the door, and the lady came out and picked up her food, and then as she was going in, her dogs came out. And if you've ever seen that, and they were big beasties too. I mean, I was at the van anyway, and already in the van, but not because I was afraid that they were coming out. I didn't even know they were coming out. If they had, I probably would have stood there, but big dogs don't bother me. But these big beasties, they came out. They started barking, and then both of them ripping surrounded the van, all running around the van. But you could tell that they weren't ripping. They were going wrong. I mean, it was just all ripping, shouting and not ripping. There was no fierceness behind them. But they were like they were chunky things too. They were. If you've seen that film called Turner and Hooch, it was the Hoochie dog. Hoochie dog. That doesn't sound good. But anyway, the Hooch dog. Don't remember what his name is now. Well, Hooch, I suppose. Anyway, yeah, Turner and Hooch. The dog's was named Hooch. Twin brother. Anyway, right. So, anyway, two twin Hoochies come out. They were absolutely lovely. I stuck my hand out the window, and they enjoyed the fuss. I wish I'd been able to get out really, but the lady was trying to get the dogs in. But she was saying, "Oh no, they're fine, they're fine." Yeah, I can tell it's okay. I'm fine with the dogs. The dogs are not bothering me. I like the dogs. I really do like seeing them. And cats too. I like seeing cats. I do like seeing cats. I love cats. I'm sure what that rattle is on the back of my van, but anyway. I'm not sure where I was before I was rattling on. Okay, so the other thing is what have you bought to be delivery driver? Did you food delivery driver? Have you, do you have all the hot bags? Or cold bags, whichever way you want to look at it. At the moment, it's probably cold when I'm cool. People wanting to get ice cream, and you don't want to turn up with a soggy mess in your lap, in the bottom of whatever it is. I got some some larger size bags. I bought the DoorDash catering bag, which actually they sent me a message saying that this is sometime after I've been working with them. But the message was that, which way should I go? Should I go this way? Oh, let's go this way. So yeah, the message was to say that did I want to join their catering program. Sure, you get catering orders, although I always thought that they were going to be much bigger orders. I haven't had a much bigger order, but you could buy the bag off of them, which was normally like $40, but they gave you a set. You could buy it, but that was what it normally was, but they'd done this discount thing so you could be a part of it, and it was $10. Anyhow, so I got that. Yeah, sure, I'll have a go at that, and having another bag, and it was a much bigger bag than what I had. But okay, well, I'll get that. I think it took 3 days to get to us, and it's a nice bag. It's a nice flipping insulated bag for sure. So well worth getting if you ever get that. I think you've got to have an invite or something like that. I don't know what it was about, but anyway, I got an email. So I don't know if it was an invite from whoever, but that's what I've heard some people say. Anyhow, regardless of where it came from and what it was all about, it was those people parked up down there going, the duckies crossing? Yeah, probably with the ducks. Gooses sometimes cross down here. See? Or geese, I suppose. Anyway, goosey ganders. Anyway, they so yeah, so got the bag, and I think it was that the first time we went out and we got a catering order, and it paid for itself several times over on that first one. The first one did was, I think it was a pickup from Jack Stack Barbecue. Took it 4 miles away, if that. Took it 4 miles away, and I think it was $10 to do 4 miles. At that point, it was before that the petrol started really going up. So, alright, I can do that. So we get to the address, and because Jack Stack, you don't even have to get out your car, our one at least, and they just bring it out to you. So that was Jack Stack Barbecue is normally an easy one for us to do. Just drive up, they put it in the window, in the bag, and off we go. Anyway, they so how did that go? It's going to be 102 tomorrow. That's what it says. I said that, didn't I? Just got a notice. Anyway, so this go to deliver, gets to the bloke's house. He's already coming down the steps as I'm pulling up at his driveway. I'll get his food out, handing me his 15 bags of food. He then hands me some cash, which turned out to be $20. Oh, thank you very much, very nice. I didn't look at it there and then, I mean, but you know, he gave me cash, I mean, of some sort. Thanked him and got back in the van, noted that it was complete, the delivery was completed, and what did we get? I think he'd left a tip actually on the app too. On the app it turned out that he'd given with the delivery charge and with the tip that he put on it, came out to $45 nearly, and he gave me flipping $20 on top. Damn. Wish we had a few more like that, but really nice. And I think it was like around tax time, they're about just after the taxi time. So anyway, that bag paid off on that one, and it's paid off, and we've done some good orders since that one. So if you get a chance to be on that, definitely you can go for that. Plus it's a good bag to get anyway. Not like the rubbish one that looks like a little shopping bag with the zip on it, and the zip always bloody breaks. I think that one's on their website for like $8 or something. You can probably pick up a better one at the bloody dollar shop probably. Or maybe that's where they got it, I don't know. But yeah, I bought some other bags over the time. I also got a drinks bag as well, insulated drink bag. Which I don't use that often, but it's very handy when it comes to it. It's been very, very handy when it has been needed. Without a doubt. Used it for ice cream, iced drinks, of course. Not so many hot drinks. I don't think I've had too many hot drinks delivering it, but certainly had some ice drinks. And actually turned out it's not a very big bag. I mean, it's big enough for maybe 6 venti, large ripping Sonic drinks or something like that. What they call that, Route 66 or something, Route 8, I don't know. Anyway, someone really sure, but anyway. Anyhow, they're large drinks, so it's big enough for those. Half a dozen of those. Plus, you can use it around. You can well, I'll show you one. We'll actually get around to showing you my my system somehow. I do have another iPad in the back actually. I've got 2 iPads, 2 VPN phones. No, one's not connected to the internet directly, and the iPads are not directly connected to the internet either. But they can. I use my main phone as a hotspot. The only problem with that is if I do that, then when I get out with the main phone and go to a restaurant and get them to see who we're picking up for, etc., then sometimes it will drop the signal to the iPad, etc., and then all the fun. So I want to get a hotspot in the van, so I've always got a signal for those in case it's needed. But I'll get to that. Quick trip. Oh, what's happening up here? Problem music. See the cars out there being charged. I always find that funny. You see that little red car over? No, they can't. That might be a bit of a squeeze. Why do people keep let their kids get in and out of the cars? Alright, let's get through the other way. I'm very, very impatient actually. It's her being riding horses, all dressed up like she's riding horses. Let's just go for a drive around. Petrol's cheaper, I can afford to drive around just a few. This is actually our delivery area. I mean, it's much bigger than this, for sure. I drop into that Quick Trip quite often, and the car wash that's next to it is the one I've got a membership with. They've delivered to that hotel over there on the right several times. And several times that hotel over on the right, over on the left, which just about here to the left. There's a place called Mint Sushi. It's a family-owned place. I don't like sushi. I like my food cooked. But anyway, I do not want to have a conversation with it before I bite into it. So, anyhow, very nice family-owned. And always very hard-working people for sure. I do like going there. I mean, there's never any nonsense there. In fact, I'll tell you what, we went there Valentine's Day. Not to eat, I was out working that night or that day. And we were there on Valentine's Day, and there was loads of it in maybe a dozen, maybe DoorDash, Uber Eats, and customers waiting there for the food because they were far behind. And it was like about an hour wait there. And they said, you know, if you've got another job, then feel free to go do it and come back. And I said, no, it's okay, I'll wait, I'm alright. Because actually the monies we was going to get for it was quite good. So, you know, I'll wait on that, there's no problem. I think it was like going to be like for an hour's wait. It wasn't, I think it was going like 10 miles away. And I think it was like about a $40, $45 delivery. Yeah, well, I'll wait. But it's always quite nice sitting there. Anyway, it was like a DoorDash driver convention. I could have gone off and done something else, but it was so busy everywhere that night anyway. Just decided just to sit and wait on it. And because if I'd gone somewhere else, I might have had to wait there. Probably would have had to have a wait there. And you know, it's just pain in the rear. Too busy watching my phone. Alright, so you got a Wine Brothers over here on the right. What else you got? Custard's Last Stand. Look, coming up over on the left, we'll be able to see it from here, I'm not sure. Over there on the very left, the first building on the corner. I just saw it as it went. Well, I can see it on the screen, but anyway, it's called Bella's Italian. Very good food in there. Go in there, you get a good lunch. Getting the people are nice and that in there too. Family owned place. And the bloke in there, the normal waiter that we get is knows about proper football. Proper football will be soccer, I suppose, to him. But to me, it's football. I don't understand why you call American football football, because you really don't even kick the ball that much. You run around with it in your hands. Anyhow, that's your game, not mine, and not one I'm too interested in. But everyone has fun watching it, so that's good. Yeah, I'll try to, hopefully I'll be back with stop this thing before it gets too dark, and I'll get some pictures of the bags that I have, the insulated bags, and then I'll just put some links to that at the bottom of the description. See how busy it was over here. Oh, I forgot about it. Babbling on so much, I forgot all about that bit. If I could get paid for babbling all day, it would make a fortune. keeping. This probably isn't the best part of the area that we deliver to. It's not bad. Not bad at all. I mean, it's not more countrified. Like we deliver out to the country, which isn't too far to get to from here, and get to see some nice scenery besides loads of houses and shops together. That isn't scenery to me too much. I like the countryside. I like to see the trees. That's certain about me, that bit. Could have gone that way, I suppose. Downtown Lee's Summit. Actually, let's go downtown Lee's Summit. So let's put the indicator on. Let's go this way. Back past this place. It's a nice van. I do like vans. The reason I like vans is they're more versatile. Do a lot with a van. Solid. Alright, this is downtown Lee's Summit, and at the minute we're blocked in. We're going to wait on this. There's a bloody great train there. It appears to have stopped. And it has stopped. And as much as I'm not, I can't get out down here either, can I? Oh, solid. Okay. Stopped at the station there and it died. That was unfortunate. Okay. Indicator. Back down the road we came down in. It's down this looked at art school. Train is still stopped. Don't actually know what that funny looking arty thing was. So what have you all done in the industry? Have you ever been, I mean, if you're delivering with DoorDash, Uber Eats, etc., have you actually been in, worked at a restaurant, or still working at a restaurant and just doing this on the side? Do you work as waitress, waiter? Let's go down this way. Waitress, waiter, cook, etc., etc. That's a doggy. Funny haircut. Anyway, is that why you want to stay doing the food? There's doggies there too. I guess it's dog walking time this time of night, huh? What time of night is it? 8:30. Bloody hell. Right. Could be late dinner. I suppose it's just getting a bit dark in there. Jeep still for sale. Oh yeah, that's the other thing I do. I don't know if I've told you before, but I do buy and sell vehicles. Actually, I don't do the buying. I'll find them. A friend of mine's got a garage over in Kansas, and that specialises in doing British and European vehicles, repairing them, etc. They do tyres and such there too, but they do domestic vehicles too, but mostly BMWs, Mercedes, Land Rovers, Jaguars, etc. So yeah, we do. So I go over there when he gets the vehicle that's up for sale. Go over there, take all the pictures of the vehicle, run them over to an area to get some nice pictures of them. Get pictures of every aspect of it, of the car. I feel that if you take like real good pictures of the car, big detailed pictures, then people know what they're getting before they even get to the dealership or the garage to buy it. His cars are mainly cash cars, not old scrappy cars either. Cash cars, not that way. I mean, currently we just got a Jaguar 2007, I think it is. It's only come in today. It's a 2007 Jaguar XK8. It's like old Bond drives, or one of the ones that Bond drive. James Bond that be. And anyway, it's a nice red one. And not real red, but like the maroony red one. Really nice looking car anyway. That one's like only got 80,000 miles on it. Very nice. Nice new set of wheels and tyres on it as well. And we got it off for 25 grand. Also got a 2008 BMW 650i. Again, a nice red car, maroony red car. Actually, I'm not real keen on the newer BMWs, but this one's really nice, really nice. And it's a two-door too, which really doesn't fit in my more versatile thing, but it's quite a nice looking car. Anyway, that one 2008, did I say? Yeah, 2008. Excuse me. 99,000 miles, and it's up for nearly $14,000, just under that. And then we got a Jaguar and a motorcycle. Those are what we got in at the moment. We did have a 2013, I think it was, Town and Country, Chrysler Town and Country minivan. Maybe 3 weeks ago. That was a nice car. Anyway, we got that one all fixed up and cleaned up. And it didn't take very long to sell. The guy drove, I think he said 4 hours away. Anyway, it was a ways to drive, whatever it was. Maybe we sold it too cheap. But anyway, it was good. Yeah, power, everything on it. Might have had flipping heated seat, don't it? Anyway, it didn't last very long at all. It's good on the web. So yeah, so what I do is I just go out there, take pictures of the car, play with the dog on there, figure out what we've got coming in, whatever else, and mainly just go out and advertise, put the stuff on the website and do all the website work and do advertising in the various places that we advertise. Craigslist, next door, various places. And I like taking pictures anyway, and I like cars, so it all fits in well with me. And I like seeing the dog. Samson. I do like seeing Samson. Anyway, so yeah, so that's another thing that I do. I also build websites too, e-commerce websites. I haven't done too much of that. I need to start putting some more of those out there that I can do that. Let's go back down here again, see how busy the garage is. When you've got your indicator on, it will just still don't move. He's not turning it this lane, so he could have moved over that bloody idiot in that truck. Anyhow, you the same driver like me, you're kind of impatient. Placid with the driving. I like driving, I love driving actually. Just driven in many flipping countries around the world. Oh, some doggies. Little doggies. Been in some own some right scrappy looking cars. Well, I own some scrappy looking cars. Yeah. Let's see, can I position this way? I don't think I should leave this in the vehicle while I'm there. Alright. Actually, I'll pick this up. Really need to dust that dashboard, don't I? Alright. Alright, well, I'll pick this up in a minute. Bye. Alright, well, obviously the quality of the video's gone downhill. It's a little bit, it's an older iPad, and evidently I need a shave. Anyway, it's an older iPad. I buy and sell these as well at times. Anyway, so I'll finish this one up because the quality of the video is kind of not that brilliant. So that will be it for tonight, and I'll get this one edited and hopefully on the web tonight, and next time maybe we'll even do a rip in DoorDash. Actually, you know what, let me have a look while I'm rattling on. I'm just gonna have a look. Let's see what we got on here. Will that go there? Just a second, stay. Full being work, it might work out. This one there. I was watching Dashing Grandpa actually. I came out at the petrol station and saw Dashing Grandpa doing a live video, and I don't often get to go on those, so I was quite happy. So that's my things at the moment. Oh, look at that. There's my delivery area. Can you see this? Can we see this? It's actually red in my area. Do I want to go out and do some? No. That's the quick answer to that, because I just want to go on and do some editing and get on and start first thing in the morning, I suppose. Go get something to eat from somewhere and just go home. Alright, so that being said, thanks for watching. Sorry it's been a long one. I know it's been a long one. I babbled on an awful lot. And you've seen some of the video. Hopefully you've been... I'll check over it and hopefully most of it's not shaking. Because it was on that mount that needs to be fixed a little bit better. And yeah, next time we'll get on and hopefully do some DoorDashing or Ubering or grubbing or whatever you call it. Grubbing? It still doesn't sound right, but it's different. Alright, thanks again. Hope you're all earning some good money and being safe. And I'll put links to the bags at the bottom, and I'll try to add some better pictures as well, because I wasn't doing it right in the back of here. Or maybe I'll start off and actually do some videos of those too. Who knows? Alright, well, thanks again. Hope you've enjoyed this, and hope you're still awake, or if not, you've skipped ahead and still fallen asleep. Alright, thanks. Have a good night. Bye. Hey everyone, thanks for sticking with the video. I'm sorry it went on for so long. Maybe I need to change my name to the Rambling Womble. Anyhow, that's all for now, and look forward to the next video. Cheers.